Hey, Grubgun here. I'm back. I'm back. This is gonna be, I can't promise that this will be my last pickup video from Vancouver ever, because I could come back and film something here. But this one is the biggie. This is the one before my mass exodus, and by mass I mean my mass amount of shit I gotta bring with me out of Vancouver. So this is it, guys. Here it is. Now, I mean, like, after my last pickup video a couple weeks ago, I didn't think I was gonna fucking even find anything, because I wasn't really looking or anything, but turns out I found a whole bunch of shit. And some of it's from here in Vancouver, some of it's from my drive out to Calgary, and some of it's from in Calgary. So I'm gonna go in order, from the oldest to the newest. And I mean, some of this stuff is pretty fucked up. Like, this is what happens like when you go to thrift stores in fucking small towns. Okay, so here we go. A couple weeks ago I was taking a walk out in Steveston, which is in Richmond, along the waterfront, and there's, at the end in Steveston, there's a couple of thrift stores. One of them's in an old church, so I went in there. Didn't see any ghosts, but I'm sure there's ghosts in there. And I started mooching around. I don't expect to find anything. This is the thing. I wasn't really thinking about looking. It's just, there's a thrift store there. I'm going to go check it out. So I go check it out and go look at the DVDs. There's no video games mixed in there. And so I wander around a bit and I walk up the front and I see that there's a little, like a wicker basket with a bunch of games in it. So I start flipping through them and there's nothing great. There's nothing great in there, nothing that I'd like, go crazy and buy, but one or two things. Anyway, it's included in this. But then I look beside the wicker basket and I see this weird box and I'm like, oh, what is that, a fucking PC game or some fucking thing? Like, I don't know what it is. And so I pick it up and I'm like, I don't know what this is. Like, I'm looking at it and it's like, Section 3, yeah, I'm like, okay, what's that? And it's on this side, it's like, oh, I can't figure it out. And then I'm like, okay, well, anyway, so I'll open it up and see what it is. So I open it up, and look, it's Xbox 360 Halo Reach limited edition for the 360 there. So I'm like, okay, well, what else is in this biatch? And pull it out. And there's the game, and there's this envelope inside that has a fucking, it's like some kind of a dossier with a fucking diary in it. And in the diary is a whole bunch of books and like patches and stickers and just information about like lore in the game, and like fucking, like a whole bunch of like weird pieces of paper and like copies of what look to be letters and shit. And I was like, okay, well, this is kind of cool. Like, Halo Reach never really had much interest, but like, how much is it? And so I look and it's $10. And I'm like, okay, well, fuck it. I'm gonna buy this $10 Halo Reach fucking limited edition for $10. Why not? I'll play it. It's just a fucking shooter game, right? And well, I like myself a good shooter game. So there you go. So I bought that. That was one of the things that I grabbed. The first of the last things that I grabbed. But it's in a cool box, and it's, like I said, it's got like a sew-on patch and fucking stickers and all kinds of shit in there. It's all in there. I checked. So there you go. That's pretty cool. And also there was this was like $2, but it's Greatest Hits, Rainbow Six, Vegas 2. I don't know. It's probably good. You always hear fucking good things about these Rainbow Six games, right? Especially Rainbow Six Vegas. It's always the one where people are like creaming it over this shit. So I mean, like I said, I like shooting people. I like cover-based stuff. I do like a little bit of stealth here and there. Probably fun. I bought it. What the hell, right? Who cares? So then I go out with my sister thrifting the next day after, something like that. And, I am looking for fucking games. That's the thing. Like, I'm looking for 360, I'm looking for PS3 all the time. And at one thrift store, like the video games are $1. And so that's basically the catalyst for me buying the next games, because I wasn't gonna fucking pay more than $1 for this shit. So, but I bought it anyway because of the price. So, you know, it's kind of hinky. You know, I will play them, I suppose, but this is one of those situations where I might have breached the I'm not just picking up shit because to buy it, right? But now I watched Katkin, I watched Brandy play this a long time ago, and you know, I wasn't really paying close attention to her playing it, but it looked kind of fun. Dragon Age Origins, it was a fucking $1. She's boxed and complete, as you can see. Alongside that was Dragon Age Inquisition. Again, 2 discs. It's boxed, it doesn't have the manual. I don't know, doesn't matter. 2 discs, who cares? So I bought that, it was another $1. This was there. I kind of wanted to play these games, and this is kind of stupid because I ended up, I'll show you, it's weird with this. I ended up getting Hitman 2 for the PS2, which, I mean, it's stupid because I have that fucking free MC boot, and I can play this for free without buying it, but for $1 I'm gonna pick it up. If I can play it off the disc and not have to like put the ROM on the thing, download the ROM, put the ROM on the thing, fucking whatever, right? It's easier to just cram that in the old fucking doobery, right? So there you go, PS2. Hitman. Grab this. Now I did play this, but I never finished it because my game glitched out, and I had this guy following me around in the game even after I like finished the quest, and he just kept following me. He would show up behind me in caves and shit like that. But Oblivion, PS3, it's not greatest hits or anything. Early release because it still has a Spider-Man font on it, I guess. Another game where it's like $1. Who cares? I'm gonna buy it. I'm just gonna fucking stick it on the shelf. And I saw this. This was another one that was $1. Now I don't know anything about this game. I think it's a fucking online, like, squad fucking whatever. It's Evolve. I don't know. It was $1, so I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna grab it just in case I can play it as a 1 player. It says 1 player, but 2 to 5 network players, so I don't know anything about this game. If anyone knows anything about this game, just you know, let me know whether it's shite or not, or doesn't matter. Get the computer back on, get some more light. So then afterwards I found this. Now this was I used up my store credit at Press Start in New Westminster because I had like a few bucks on the fucking in my store credit left from when I sold all my games, and I grabbed this because this is everything. It's the Hitman trilogy, so now I can play Hitman on the PS2 in completion or whatever, and all of these are all fucking, like, they're all in there, whatever. You don't need to see that, but so Hitman trilogy, that's kind of cool to have a nice big box fucking version of something like that. So why not? It was pretty cheap, so what the hell? And you know, to actually like cash out the little bit of cash I had left at the Press Start was kind of cool. So then after that, in fact I picked this up the day I rented the car to drive out to fucking Calgary. So then I leave for Calgary, and I'm driving out there, stopping at thrift stores on the way because why not? And I'm not finding anything, you know. I look here and there. I look in I look in Grand Forks. Great thrift stores there. Didn't find anything. Looked a couple other places, I can't remember. I stopped at thrift stores along the way, and there's not much going on, you know, just tiny little thrift stores, and no games to speak of because, you know, you're in small town fucking Canada, and you know, there's 10,000 people living in the town. There's not a lot of chance that there's going to be anything there, and if there was anything there, it'd be a fluke. But then I get to Trail, BC. Now you can look that up on a map, or maybe I'll put a map up. I don't know. Anyway, it's halfway between here and fucking Calgary, and I'm like, oh, I know there's a fucking thrift store here, so I'm gonna find it on using my map there, and fucking I had trouble finding it. Couldn't figure out where it was. Was like a bunch of one-way streets, so I'm driving around in circles like an idiot in a town of like fucking 10,000 people. So it's even worse. Like I'm like cruising the town. Anyway, ended up finding it. Put 25 cents in the parking meter, got me 30 minutes parking. The hell's that about? Like in Vancouver, 25 cents doesn't even register in the parking meter. It's just a donation. But so I go in thrift store and mooching around. It's a pretty cool thrift store. It's 2 stories. And look around upstairs. There's nothing really up there. Look over in the DVDs, and of course, you know, like there's some old fella looking through the DVDs. Oh, I need to look through the DVDs because I'm an old person. Basically, probably what he was thinking. And then go downstairs. My head casts around this fucking basement of like. It's like twice. It's the same footprint as the upstairs store, but it's got fucking mega shit in it. It's just, I'm halfway down the stairs and I'm looking around. There's a couple people mooching around. I stop and I'm like, holy fuck. And they both look at me like, and then, so I'm looking around, I'm like, hey, are there games here? And I cast my eyes off to the side and I see, again, a little fucking wicker basket off to the side. And there's a bunch of telltale shapes in there that I don't see very often. Some shapes that I know exactly what these shapes are. So I look over at them and I'm like, okay, Jeremy, fucking act nonchalant. Let's pretend that nothing's happening. Now, it's not that big of a deal. But, there were 12 PS1 games in there for $2 each. Okay? Now I know what you're thinking. $2, Jeremy. What the fuck? This is you've lost the plot out of what's going on in your head. $2 a piece. Now they're not the best fucking games, but and the cases might be a little cracked, some of them, and the the cases aren't in the best condition, but the discs are all fucking mint. So anyway, the first one I see, I'm like, okay. The first fucking one in the series that I really love and love playing and have had so much fun playing, and I had before, but I got rid of it. It's fucking, now, no cover on this one, Air Combat. This is the Ace Combat predecessor. And like I said, it doesn't have the fucking, it doesn't have the, what do you call it, manual, but I don't know if you can see, but the disc is like, you could eat your dinner off of that biatch. And so, okay, Air Combat. All right, this is good. We're starting off fucking hot. Coming in hot. Air Combat. You know, I can print a cover. Who gives a fuck? Whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't need a cover. And then there was Die Hard Trilogy. No cover. I'm thinking, okay, well, I've heard a lot about this Die Hard Trilogy, and I hear it's really lame-o. And, but I'm like, fuck it. I'm buying it anyway. I'm gonna, this stack is fucking here. I'm buying the stack. What's next? You got your Black Label fucking Spyro. Never played Spyro. Never played this because I never had a PlayStation until it was too fucking late. I'm sure I had this in my last collection, but you know, it's fucking Black Label Spyro. Who's gonna say no to that? I'm like, yeah, fine, fuck it, $2, I'll buy that biatch. Then there's this. I had Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare. This is an X-Rental. X-Rental from just new releases in Petawawa, Ontario. But even though it's an X-Rental, the fucking discs are in great shape, and it comes with a manual. So, and this is a 2-banger right here. So, and the box is not cracked on this one. So it's a 2-banger in a good box. Well, for $2 as well. So no one's fucking gonna walk away from that unless you're a mental case. Crash Warped. Yeah, he's back and he's ready. Crash Warped Black Label. I don't know anything about this. I think is it a fucking racing game, or it's a whole new time traveling adventure. I don't know, whatever. Oh, look, and there's an ad inside for Spyro. So there we go. So that's Crash Warped, and this was at some point was being sold at Value Village for $7.99, but I got it for $2. So anyway. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? Grab this. Here's another one. I never heard of this. It doesn't look that great, but I don't give a fuck because it was $2. I don't think there's a manual in this. No, there's no manual, but it's so it's balked and incomplete, and the box is jacked. But it's, what is it? G Police. What's that about, right? Let's see. One of the most amazing looking titles ever seen on the PlayStation. Well, at least they're not just tossing out superlatives. Yeah, so whatever, G Police. At this point, I was like, fuck this. I'm buying all of this fucking stack. I'm buying it all. You got your classic, fucking classic. Everyone fucking knows this game. You got your classic driver. You are the wheelman. Fucking... I had this game and never played it, of course, because I had too many games to play. Now I get her back $2 from Trail BC. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. Apparently I'm the wheelman in this. And that's pretty good. So, I mean, and, you know, my PS3 plays PS1 discs, if I'm not mistaken, and so does my PS2. So, these are... I don't need a PS1 to play any of this shit. You got your Burning Road. I don't know what Burnham Road is. This ain't no test drive. It looks like a fucking racing game. Doesn't matter. Burnham Road. Black Label. I don't know. Were any of these things greatest hits? Oh yeah, the Ace Combat and the fucking Die Hard were greatest hits. Burnham Road. Don't know what it is. You know, what the fuck? I'll stick it in the machine, try it out. Here's another one where you can tell, like, this one came from Value Village. I don't know what it is. Tried to get the sticker off and the sticker wouldn't come off, but it's Rosso McQueen Firefighter Extreme. The fucking box on this is like, it's been like, there's a piece missing out of here. But I don't know what it is. This is the one I was gonna leave there, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm gonna dick her over $2? Fuck that. But see, like I said, someone bought this for $7.99 at Value Village. Or they stole it, one or the other, who cares? Fucking, you know, if they did steal it, good for them. Fucking steal from Value Village, that place is full of fuck-ups. And, last one, the OG fucking Black Label fucking GTA. The one that started it all. So nice, they named it twice. Yeah, so, I mean, I've played this game and didn't like it because it's fucking top-down, right? And I hate fucking top-down shit. But, you know, maybe I'll give it another go in my early retirement. Try her out. GTA. And then, inexplicably, there's a fucking PAL copy of a game. And, you know, because I used to be part of the UK gaming community back in the day, you know, when people were nice and actually accepted me and, you know, didn't shun me for fucking... You know, I don't know why I got shunned. Or maybe I shunned them. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But I found RoboCod James Pond 2. I don't know what this is. I've heard tale of it, but Fishtail? I've heard tale of it, and I was like, okay, whatever, $2. I'm gonna buy it anyway. It's in these weird. Look at how wide the case is. Like, yeah, that's great for. But it's got the manual in it, and it's fucking brand. It looks great, but it's in this really odd case. So I grabbed that for $2. Fuck it. I'm like, holy shit! I just fucking got a whole bunch of PS1 games for fucking like this. That's crazy. You don't even find PS1 shit here in the wild anymore. Like, it just doesn't happen. So to see this stack, I was just like, okay, well, oh yeah, last one. Sorry, I forgot to show this. I grabbed this too. This was more than $2. I think this was $4. But I'd never seen this before. This is at the same place in Trail. It's the EA Sports. Is this what it is? EA Sports Collector's Edition fucking sports set. Where it's got your NBA Live 2002, Madden 2002, and NASCAR Thunder 2002. And there's collector's edition on there. Never seen this before. And the thing about this is it's not like they just fucking stuck old sports titles into a box and fucking was like, well, we'll try and get rid of them this way. But each one of them, you can see it's sub-branded collector's edition. It's got the white bar on it to go along with the white on the box. and the disc itself is even fucking branded collector's edition. So it's like it's a completely fucking separate release from the normal release. So it's kind of odd to see like a sports box like that. I never saw anything like this. And you know, when I saw this, I thought it was like a PC game. I was like, what's this bullshit? And I'm like, no, fuck, you know what? I'm buying that because it's just so odd to see. So that's the kind of shit, like I said, in the middle of fucking the darkest reaches of British Columbia, and I find a stack of PS1 games. Crazy. And so, okay, so I get to Calgary, and I'm looking for a place. So I'm kind of like all scatterbrained. I'm not really fucking in the game as far as like focusing on like enjoying myself. I'm just like, this is a business trip. But while I'm there, while I'm waiting for the people where I'm looking at apartments, waiting for them to call me back, I'm like, well, I might as well go to fucking thrift stores and check those out. So I'm driving around, and there's some Goodwills there, and there's some fucking Salvation Army and fucking, what do you call it? And at one Goodwill, I find Tomb Raider Underworld. Now, I wanted to play all these like modern Tomb Raider games. There's 3 of them. There's this one, another one, Legend, and then Anniversary. I don't have Anniversary yet. I'm hoping to find that one. But so I grabbed Tomb Raider Underworld because I thought I've heard some reviews about it. It seems to be pretty good, serviceable game, PS3 title. So, you know, I'm not gonna fucking complain about that. I know they make the Tomb Raider Trilogy, HD Trilogy on the PS3. I'd really have liked to have got that, but, you know, it's still like a $30 game to buy, so I'm not gonna fucking... If I can find these for $5, then I'm saving 50% off the deal. It doesn't matter. So anyway, I got that. That's a pretty good find, right? And then I went to a Goodwill way out in the fucking sticks, and I found Tomb Raider Legend on the PS2. So, I mean, there you go. I got 2 of the 3. I think this is the first one. It's Legend, Anniversary, and then fucking Underworld. So, got that one. You know, it's probably pretty good. I'm hoping that these games are not, like, I'm not fighting with the controller, because I fucking hate that bullshit where it's like, you know, it just gives these non-intuitive fucking button controls and shit like that. But, you know, hopefully that one's really good. And also I found this, and I don't know anything about this, but it's a Clive Barker joint, fucking Jericho. I mean, it's Chris Jericho's not affiliated with this. Other wrestlers are available, but Clive Barker's Jericho. It looks like it's got a bunch of weird fucking. It says intense first-person shooter action. It's got all kinds of Clive Barker shit going on in the back. You know, like a guy with a fucking horseshoe crab coming out of his head, or a fucking, you know, a big fucking fat lady with a, you know, a washing machine on her shoulder and shit. Just weird stuff going on. Fuck it, I'm gonna buy that. Now these were, I think they were $6, but they had yellow labels on them, which made them 50% off. So, whatever, $3 each, gives a fuck, right? Come on, you know, it's not like I'm gonna be crying over fucking paying $3 for a game. It's fucking 2021, you know what I'm saying? So then, day before yesterday, I went to meet my friend in New Westminster, and I stopped by the Salvation Army there, and that's where I found a stack of GameCube games that I sold off, made fucking $60 on them, just recently. But I was looking through the games, didn't find anything, and then I looked through their DVDs, and I saw these 3. Now, I played this first game. I played it on the fucking Wii U. Really like this game. Really like the series. Can't wait to play the 3rd one, which I have. I probably showed that. But the Wii U version was really borked, right? They got rid of most of the fucking AI because the Wii U couldn't handle it. So, you know, maybe I'll try this again and fucking play it again. But it's a really fun fucking game. I really like it. It's very self-aware. It's Watch Dogs. And this is the Special Edition. So there it says bonus content, but whether that's on disc or I'm gonna have to unlock it, who knows, fucking whatever. But really fun game. It was $3, and I thought, fuck it, I'll stick it on my shelf, see what happens. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to have that back in my collection. Another one, Dragon Age Inquisition, another $3 game. I have those other 2 Dragon Age games. Now I've got the fucking third one, I guess. I don't know how it goes. Maybe 1, 2, 3, who cares? But, you know, for $3 I picked it up. Not bad. I mean, I'm not going to show you that it's in mint condition because these fucking PS4 discs, you could fire a fucking, you know, a 303 at it and it would fucking rebound off of there. I had this, the Order 1886. I had the fucking giant collector's edition, which I think I got for like $15 when they were clearancing it from EB Games back in the day. But I started playing it and I'm like, I don't like this game, the controls are confusing. But, you know, I was drunk and on drugs most of the time, so I mean, I didn't know what was going on. So I grabbed it again for $3. I figured, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I was wrong. I think it's only like an 8-hour game, and it's very story-driven narrative, but that looks not fine. You know what I mean? It's not something that I'm going to be freaking out about. And then yesterday I went out with my sister, and it was at the very last place. Didn't find any games the whole day. Nothing that I wanted to buy anyway. And there's a place where fucking games were $2, and even still I didn't find anything until I started really poking, and I found these down on a low shelf fucking PSP games. Now, you know, PSP is cracked and fucking she's cracked as fuck, right? You know what I'm saying? You can play anything on that. But, you know, to find the disc in the box for these games for $2 a piece. Look at this, it's Chess Master, The Art of Learning. The Art of Learning. Everyone likes art, and everyone likes learning, but not everyone likes chess. So it looks like there's a couple of fellers on there, Roberts and like real fellers, and they'll teach you how to play chess, I guess. Sounds good. And then I've got you got your Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, one of those fucking really common fucking PSP titles to come across, but for $2. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, I'll get it. You know, maybe I'll fire up the old Hannah Montana fucking biatch and get her going. You know what I'm saying? And then last, it's another Rainbow Six Vegas fucking PSP game. There you go. So I mean, I do have Rainbow Six Vegas on the PS3, and then Rainbow Six Vegas 2, and now I have it on the fucking PSP. It's like it's like I love that game or something, and all I want is to buy copies of Rainbow Six Vegas. So that's pretty well it. That's it for Vancouver fucking pickups. There's a few other things, like when I returned the car to the place in North Van a few days ago, I stopped at the Salvation Army, and I found this pair of fucking Beats studio headphones. They're wired, unfortunately, but I mean, still, Beats headphones for $5. I took the fucking risk. I risked it for a biscuit, and got them, brought them home, charged them up. They work great. So they're kind of cool, pink fucking hot pink fucking Beats headphones for $5. Fuck it. So that's it. So the next pickup videos you'll see, there's 3 videos coming up also in 4K of my drive out to fucking Calgary. They're just processing now. This will probably be up before those because the processing on a 4K video takes forever. So yeah, so next time you see a pickup video or any kind of videos, they'll be from Calgary. And, you know, that's an all new scenario. Be in a new place, you know, might even start fucking streaming on Twitch again. So, I mean, you know, you 3 people who used to watch that can come and watch me and my friends play fucking Dead Side or PUBG or, you know, who knows? I don't take requests, so. Okay, so thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for fucking sticking through all this bullshit throughout the fucking last 3 or 4 years where I've been constantly talking about how I need to get out of here. Well, on Sunday I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna be in a U-Haul heading fucking east. So, till next time, and fucking join me on my continued journey of amazement and fun. This is Grubgun from Vancouver, once and for all, signing out.